Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's been a little while, but there's a reason for that. Last time I recorded a guided meditation, and not only that, but I read, this is the second time I read this book, and it's been life-changing for those. Let me show it to you again because obviously I didn't put the name. So this book, Koldas by Elena Danaan. So a lot of things have been shifting, and I don't know where to begin, but I can tell you for a fact that since I started reading it, and I have been kind of changing my videos to focus on really honing in on sound, music, guided meditation. I, obviously I enjoy speaking, but Uh, there's been some sort of like shift right now. I'm not sure if it's going to be long term, but it has to do with the fact that as I was doing that inner child meditation, as I was preparing it, and as I was reading this book, it was kind of synchronicity to to be able to start to question and then be able to have a clarity on what direction I wanted to continue. And it was kind of magical because even though the back of my mind, I always enjoyed, since I was a child, music, sound, movement, and speaking. I was a little chatterbox then, and eventually I still, love to speak and have conversations, meaningful conversations. Um, Not obviously that I'm criticizing any other type of conversation, but to this point, I wanted to basically talk about healing. And the only way that I can say that I can personally move forward, and I think this can resonate with many of you, is to go deeper into your healing, and especially this time and place that we're in right now. There's no going around it. I I just personally just came to a conclusion um, that if the healing doesn't take place, how can I move forward? How can I free myself, have clarity? Because from day one on this earth, we are brought into, unfortunately, most of us is the suffering, and the historical Buddha mentioned it, and that's why he went on this journey and became enlightened because he targeted these sufferings that we human beings go through, birth, um, sickness, old age, and death. Those are um, the main ones that Shakyamuni talked about. But within all that is incompensating fear. Within all those sufferings, we go through these fears, and it can be in different compartments. Meaning, it can be fear of heights, it can be fear of relationships, fear of this. But when you go to the core of it, it comes back to these essential ones that you know that were mentioned here. But again, going back into this guided meditation, I had been for a long time knowing in the back of my mind, I knew that that part of me and that part of us, the child, and that has suffered, that has not been able to overcome those fears, is the adult that still is here right now and has not been able to face them. And I'm obviously talking about me, and hopefully um, it can resonate with you. I cannot go around it. I have to face it. And I have faced many fears that I've had, but I knew that there were still some lingering. And when I started to do the guided meditation and preparing it, it was difficult because obviously it was triggering this heart, you know, discomfort, sadness. There was many feelings that were popping up, and I can see that child. I can see me as a child, and um, and remembering, the things that we put aside to become adults and become responsible in our lives. But we don't put the time, not that I'm saying that we neglected ourselves, but when you live in a society like today, it's challenging because you have to run around and and live and work, pay your bills, take care of your family, etc. So we kind of push it. Okay, I'll take care of it later. I'll do it later, but then it keeps piling up, and then you get into your years go by, and you're wondering, oh my gosh, I haven't really done what I would really want to do, what I love, what I'm passionate about. And I don't even remember, no, I can't remember what I was really passionate about. So we need to heal. There's no going around it. If you want to free yourself, if you wish to have clarity, if you want to go through the journey to obtain peace, to have love within yourself, to forgive, to be compassionate, to release and to express that nature, that um the true nature of yourself, one has to overcome and face them. I don't think there's no way to go about it, unfortunately. It catches up with you. And with that said, as soon as I started to do the inner child work, and I still do it, right now I can see and I can feel when and how, I feel that little child in me becoming, fearful of something or concerned about something. And I just pause and I say, okay, what are you afraid of? Where does this come from? And I'll put my hand in my heart and give myself some time to really understand what is what is it, Vicky? What is it that you can't get over? Or sorry, she wants to come up again. Um, and what's happening is that sorry that I'm maybe pausing here and there, but I'm trying to see if I can convey the message, is that it comes up and we have to sorry, I can't. She's trying to put the hand on my heart too. Um, when these feelings come up, don't push them away, you know, because it's happened to me that I'm like, I know I feel anxious, I feel afraid, and all of a sudden I need to go to work and I just have to put it aside. Okay. And that's what we do most of the time. But if you can pause and say, okay, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling fearful, I'm not enough. What is it that I'm feeling? Okay. I put my hand on my heart, okay. I feel you. I hear you. Okay. I acknowledge you. And at least starting from that point, you can go ahead and do what you have to do, but try to come back to it. Why did I feel like that today? Where does that come from? And that's acknowledging uh, that child that has been hurt, that you never been able to take the time to really listen. And so as I started the meditation, I thought it was imperative that I continue to go back to it, especially when I felt these feelings come up. And Koldas, the book, confirmed the fact that our journey to come back to the beginning, we have to acknowledge the end of our journey. And that journey, you know, when it comes to time, is right now. And it may sound twisted, but that journey is right now. And that has to be entangled with the healing. As if anybody has read the book, you can see that as soon as one is able to release those deeper wounds that we have, the doors start to open up, things start to happen, you start to have clarity. You will say yes to things that you probably would have said no. I actually started to teach again yoga. Today was my official class of restorative yoga. I was hesitant. I had been procrastinating because of other things that fears that I was dealing with. Uh, but the other thing was that last Sunday, I did a workshop on mantras, which is using my voice, which for me has been a confirmation. Um, when I read Koldas, and I read the part about how the music brings the community, the children, the community, people together. It was like, that's it, I cannot negate that anymore. That was one of my turning points, and it was like it clicked. It's like it made sense. It was solid confirmation that I needed to continue my healing, face my fears, and be compassionate about it. So, and I hope that this is helpful for you, because we cannot, again, I repeat this, there's no way that we can go around it and be able to open yourself to life, to be creative, to voice out, your true self, unless you confront the pain, the sadness, and acknowledge it, and be proud of yourself, because it takes courage to really do this. It's just not, I mean, it's not easy. It's facing the fears of death, the fears of being ill, the fears of being abandoned, the fears of what people say, the fears of being lonely, the fear of, I mean, it can go on and on. And if we can tackle these fears that are holding us back, we will be free, and we will know who our true self is. And when you know your true self, there's nothing that's going to stop you, because that was an illusion. The fears were illusions that held you back for all these years. So, a beautiful metaphor that I like to say is that you're an instrument, a beautiful instrument that has been untuned and in order to play again, needs to be tuned. And you are looking for that. You're searching for that sound, for your voice, for that beautiful melody that you are. And it takes time, but with patience and consistency, you will find that beautiful note because everyone has it. And we just lost our way. So I hope this helps in any way to really start your journey without hesitation. Because at the end of the day, we want peace within ourselves. And with that peace within ourselves, we can move freely and joyfully to a path of creativity, of love, and everything else opens up. So I'm opening up. I'm, you know, putting myself out there. I'm singing. I'm teaching now. I am took a course, certified nurse assistant, so I can keep moving forward on that direction and hopefully go private. So I just need to take my test. So there's things that are moving because I felt stuck at one point, and I knew that at that point it was the fact that I have not dealt deeply into the traumas of my little child self. And it's amazing. I mean, I can talk more about the other snippets that I read on this amazing book, which I highly recommend. This is a true story. This is a journey of the soul of our beautiful beings that come to this earth and have this amazing shift of reality, understanding the true nature of time, space, and it's just amazing. So, with that said, the now is what counts. This is the beginning. This is the end and the beginning. So everything is in this moment, and move forward. So I hope this little chat from here, from my end, gives you a little bit of encouragement to go forward and face the challenges head on. I'm here to support in any way I can, and I will continue to do the guided meditations. I will focus more on health because unless we are healthy, it will be challenging to move forward. So let's see how the next meditation comes out like, and I'm looking forward to more amazing chats. So take care, my friends. Take care of yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself. Thank you.